Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Still yet unnamed, but this part is still about the video games and stuff. Today, we're going to be talking about GameCube and how to replace the lens cover with this, which I got in the mail. Which this was like $5, I think. So yeah, if you lost yours and stuff, then eBay has them for real cheap and stuff. And in a future video, I'll be doing these and stuff. So yeah, they're in plastic bags. So, well, right now. So they don't get dust on them, because these, I think these been cleaned, I can't remember, because they've been sitting, what, at least 3-4 years or something? I don't know, I can't remember. But yeah, this was the very last Game Boy I bought. It was like $5 from eBay, and it's just been sitting. And even came with Tetris. I have 2 or 3 copies of this already. And I don't know if you can see that in the camera, but it's dusty. But yeah. So I'm going to take it completely apart and show you how I clean the Game Boy and do all that stuff. And this one, someone either, I don't think I did that, but someone already has cleaned off the bad glue and stuff, so I can just easily apply it. And if you notice, this one's slightly yellow, which is most likely from a smoker's house. That's how certain consoles get yellow, because they soak up the tar for some weird reason. And there's not really any way to get out. But, okay. First you'll need to begin is a tool set, which came from eBay. I think it was $15. But, oh my god, this will do any little thing. I've had it for a couple of years now, and it's just awesome. So let's see if it's screw. Where is it? It's screw. Somewhere along the line, I don't know what year, but they stopped using the screws with the Phillips heads and switched over to the triangle ones for some reason. I don't know why. I guess people is opening them, breaking them. It's like, hey, can I get a new one or something? Or I don't know what they were doing. But yeah, and you can also, if you don't want this toolkit, you can, which I also have the star bit somewhere that I picked up for like $5 or something. But I'd strongly suggest, if you're going to be doing maintenance and stuff on little things, is to use these screwdriver set. So let's see. I'm going to take a 2.0 screw bit, see if it fits. I'm going to go up one higher so it isn't as loose, which is 2.5, which fits perfectly. So you'll need a 2.5 bit. But I mean, a 2.0 will work. I just rather have it not loose and just tight. It's just me. So yeah. And it's also magnetic. Now, on some of these Game Boys, the external connector where you could hook up 1 or 4 Game Boys and play multiplayer games on, these little things are missing, and I can't find them, so I could plug them into my Game Boys that don't have them. But Yeah, it's like a dust plug or whatever. And sometimes when I take these apart, I can feel them. They have that weird snap, which tells me that it's never been opened since they made it. And then inside I'll explain more. Now, I have never used soap and water on this. I don't recommend it because water could short it out. That's why I use the Lysol wipes, which I'll show you after I get this thing open. Okay, after you open it, it will be still connected on the inside. And what you want to do is use 2 fingers or grab it, thumb and finger, and just gently pull it down. And there you go. And you'll see a number here, 90705, and you'll see a number here, 9075. Sometimes when I open these, one thing will be one number, and then the other board will be about 10 boards higher. So that tells me that the board that was tested, that was its mate, did not work, and they grabbed another one. So yeah. Because according to my mother, that's what they used to do. Down the line, they would test it. If the board didn't work, then they just pitch it and grab another one. And it might not match the same number, but it's the same exact board. So now what I do is completely take the front off here, make a separate screw part. Now in all of them I've ever taken apart, the screws on the inside are all Phillips heads, so that didn't change. And there is a ton of these little screws on the inside holding the motherboard in. So now, as you take off all the screws, you just gently pull this up, and that's the front side of the board. And sometimes you'll have the rubber pieces stuck to it. That's not a problem, it just pulls right off. Now what I do is lay this to the side, and then I start taking the rubber pieces off and the plastic pieces, which I think I have cleaned this already because there ain't no gunk, or as Moog would say, human slime, because usually in this part here and these two buttons just heavily covered in skin follicles, sweat, and just body soil. So yeah, I must have cleaned this one up already. So all you do is just put it back in the reverse order that you had it in. Which is really easy. And the only thing I will do is clean the screen if it is dusty. Which I don't think it is dusty. But I'll just wipe it on my shirt. So be it. So then now you put it back in gently, lining all the holes and stuff up. And don't force it. It will fall into place if you do everything right. Which, there it goes. Now you put in all the screws again. Now if you mix up the screws, it don't matter if it's the exact same screws. Now for the internals, I mean the motherboard or whatever you want to call it. It's the exact same screws for all, what, 8 screws in here? Do it in reverse of taking it apart. So what I do is hold it kind of against myself, not really, and then try to finagle it into that hole, which you can put some pressure on there, it won't matter with the ribbon tape. And then you just line the stuff up. And then you just drop the screws in. And you tighten it up. And don't over tighten these either, because they'll get stripped down and they won't hold the GameBoy in place. Now since that is done, I'm going to take the little screen out, and also make sure that it's dry before you apply this. Which, how will you open this freaking thing? Okay. Static seal is interesting. Now, I'm gonna be very careful, and you just pull off the sticker backing, and then you gently, you can either put it on the top there, side. I'm going to do this side. Just like an angle. And then just slowly drop it in there, and this one's a tight fit. Most of them, they're loose around the edges and they'll fall out, but this one has a nice tight fit. I'm surprised. Now, since I don't have the power supply thing, I'm going to use batteries. These are charged, and just install them like you do normally. And it's gonna be funny. I don't remember if I tested this or not. Replace the door. Insert the game, which is Tetris in this case. And let's see if it turns on. And it's been a while I haven't. And it turns on, but it makes a sound. And that, I've heard that you can take like a soldering iron and fix the screen, but personally I have never done that. I would not recommend it unless you know what you're doing. But for some reason, doing the old blow test, put in there, turning it on, and it says Nintendo. Yeah, there's a lot of up and down lines. So yeah, I don't know if you guys can see that, but you should be able to hear that. So it works. Just a simple cleaning, fresh batteries, or the AC thing, and yeah. So all I have to do now is I'm going to put a note in here behind the battery cover that says screen needs to be repaired or something like that. Well, thanks for watching. See you guys next time. Signing off. Thanks to Raz, all the supporters, like, subscribe, etc.